Good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to learn a new lesson, conservation of plants and animals. What do you mean by conservation then? Yes, conserve means we just want to protect the plants and animals in the artificial setting. Why not in a natural setting? What happens to the forest area nowadays? Yes, we are going to cut down the trees in the forest area and we are cultivating land there. We are building buildings, industries, and factories over there in the forest area. And hence, the forest area has been depleted nowadays. We call such situation as deforestation. That is, cutting down of the trees for the human purposes is called as deforestation. Here I have showed you the Bannerghatta National Park and the Biological Park photos because we can see those kind of animals in the national park. We are preserving and conserving those animals there because of the depletion of the forest area in the forest. Because of the deforestation, we have conserving those kinds of animals in the national parks. We came to know the definition of deforestation and what are the consequences of deforestation. How does this deforestation affects our environment? We'll learn in this class global warming. The first and foremost consequences of deforestation is global warming. And what do you mean by global warming? Globe means the earth, isn't it? Increase in the temperature of the earth. Because of the increase in the temperature of the earth, there will be the global warming. The second consequence is pollution. If we cut down the trees, if there is not enough trees to absorb the carbon dioxide and gives out the oxygen, hence when it increases the rate of carbon dioxide in the environment, we will be facing the problem called pollution. Yes, if we cut down the trees, the pollution in the environment increases. Then drought. Drought means whenever there is not enough rain, when there is no enough rain and the land has been depleted and you could see there no more trees at all, then the water holding capacity of the tree and the land will be less, and hence if there is no water, the land will become barren and it is unfit for the cultivation, and hence we call it as drought. Then you could see desertification. What do you mean by desertification? Yes, desert means it is the area where we cannot grow the crops, isn't it? Because it lacks water and there will be the shortage of water there, and there is no more plants to hold the water in the area, and because of this reason there is no fertility in the soil also. It is lack of humus and lack of fertility, and hence we call such situation as desertification. We cannot grow crops in that barren land. And the next consequence is animal and plant life affected. Yes, when there is no forest area, if there is no trees, there is no plants, you could see that the herbivorous will be lacking of the food and it lacks its habitat also. There is no enough food for the herbivorous. The herbivorous, they are the plant eating animals, and after herbivorous there's come another animals called carnivorous. The carnivorous, they will be depending on the herbivorous for the food. If there is no food at all, the plants and animals life will be definitely affected. And the other consequence is shortage of food. Yes, when there is no land, when there is no forest area, we could not get a proper soil fertility. We know the topmost layer of the soil, it consists of fertile and the humus, which is very essential, and the nutrients, which is very essential for the growth of the plant. If there is no proper growth of the plant, there is no yield. A good yield of the plant will not be there, and hence we will be facing the problem of shortage of food. Food will not be supplied and it cannot be grown as much as which we require to fulfill our needs. Then flooding of rivers. If there is no trees and we know there is no rainfall, if there is increase in the temperature, it causes global warming. When it is global warming, there will be the increase in the temperature, where we could find the polar regions where there is icebergs and the glaciers. When there is increase in temperature, those will be melted, and those melted icebergs will be converted into water, and hence it causes in the flooding of the rivers. And in the previous month we have heard about the flooding in the Uttar Karnataka region. This is because of the flooding of the rivers. And we could see here is desertification, which we have already observed about the thing in the last session. That is, when the fertile land is converted into barren land, which is unfit for the cultivation and agricultural practices, we call such land as desert land. It is called as desertification. A conversion of fertile land into unfertile and the non-fertile and which is unfit for the growth of the plants, we call it as desertification. In today's class, we have learnt about the deforestation consequences, why there is need to conserve the plants and animals in the present scenario, and after that we learned what is desertification and the meaning. And in the next class, we'll proceed with the same lesson. Thank you for watching, students. Take care, all of you.